Hey now, I just wanted to give you a follow-up video on the trip to Bangkok. We had gone there for a couple of different reasons, and the last meeting that we had was regarding our prison ministry and the opening of a halfway house. We're planning it and building it and getting to the fundraising stages, and we're talking to the Blessing House in Bangkok, who already operates a halfway house. And through the meeting, and the people that were all together kind of assembled there from different skill sets or perspectives of the project. I was thinking about doing one, and the difficulties of the halfway house and the counseling and the vocational things and all the funding and stuff that's needed. Well, what we talked about yesterday was 160 halfway houses, creating a template and repeating that template at every single prison here in Thailand, so that the system is ubiquitous, to take prisoners into our congregation and lead them into the gospel as parolees. They enroll into our program, and we re-indoctrinate them into civilian life as stable Christian men and women, and including their families in this entire process. It won't be just a facility for the men. It will have their families with them, and we're going to be doing a lot. So I wanted to kind of give you a brief update on that. There's going to be a lot more coming, of course, but from one halfway house to now 160 halfway houses is the plan. Is an amazing step in one afternoon meeting, and it can only be brought to us by God. It's amazing every time to experience it. It's heartwarming and opening. Gives me chills, because the project I was looking at was outside of my skill already, requiring God, and now this is really super duper way outside of my skill, requiring all of God. Uh, um, what else? That was the end of that meeting. Went very good. We're putting together our initial executive summary, and then approaching this as it should be approached. Hey, big guy, what's up, kitty? Huh? How you feeling? Well, you looking good? Yeah. Uh, yeah. Then I had a flight home, and something that I was planning before I left, I was like, well, why don't I pre-position my motorbike at the airport? So when I land, I got my backpack, no bags, jump on the bike, zoom, gone. And we had gone through some planning difficulties, and I had to go drop it off early, and then someone had to meet me at the airport and take me out of there early and all that kind of stuff. And in the morning before we left for Bangkok, I decided to just say, leave it at my friend's house and take a cab. It's quite a cab ride. But I said, we'll just leave it there and not worry about it. When I landed in Chiang Mai yesterday, it was pouring buckets, and the traffic was insane. There was some trees down and power lines, and instead of being on my motorbike and totally saturated or sitting somewhere trying to stay dry and waiting for traffic to clear, I was in a taxi. So I'm learning those things, that to not push them. Yeah, I could have pushed it and made something work, but what would the result have been on myself? And kind of fine-tuning that feel of when I am swimming against the tide, and when there's neutral buoyancy, identifying that, Yeah. It's just good to feel, once again, another good feeling to know that, hey, you know what? Even though I really didn't make that decision, it was good, I guess. I kind of made a decision, but was it really mine? At any rate, the result was good. So, again, I hope you guys can appreciate the message we're putting out in the prison ministry, halfway house, cancer foundation, and food program. Hope you can find a way to support us in your heart. If your support is spreading the word for us, that is fantastic. We are going to need a massive support network to build 160 halfway houses here in the country of Thailand. They really need strong Christian men in their society, as do many countries. I hope you can find it in your heart to help me provide that here in Southeast Asia. God bless. Take care.